I'm sick, and if you hear my voice be nasally, no you don't, okay? Hi, my name is Cherry. Welcome to The Basement. This is my channel where I post anything regarding to my life, music. I don't really know, to be honest, but I'm trying this thing out. It's called YouTube. It's a bit fun. I'm trying to be wild on it. I'm trying to explore every possible option there is on the horizon of YouTube. This is a channel where I like to share things, you know? It's like we all meet up in my basement and we do show and tells and all that stuff. And I like it a lot. So today's video is going to be a alternative gift guide for the holiday season. When I say alternative, I don't mean alternative necessarily, but this is supposed to be an alternative to the other gift guides on YouTube. Nothing wrong with those. I just feel like they're mostly focused on things that are trending right now, things that you see on TikTok, things that are probably going to be sold out because everyone wants them. So I just kind of took a step back and tried to compilate a list of things that I would like to get and that my friends would like to get. I just asked my group of friends what would be nice. I know that I tend to babble a lot before getting into the topic. I just want to explain how this works. I'm going to start with things that are pretty cheap or free, and we're gradually going to the things that are more expensive. The first thing I can recommend is thrifted goods. Anything. You need to check out what that person likes, obviously, if they are into some sort of aesthetic like dark academia or cottagecore. You can be more focused on those things and go by that. You can get anything from cutlery to clothing to dolls. You need to ask yourself the questions: what is their aesthetic? Are they part of any subcultures? What is their style? Do they need anything? This is also something I want to empathize. Maybe be more conscious when you shop. Maybe this year, instead of just buying things because you know you're supposed to buy a present, check out what that person needs, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting something that is cool but you don't need it. Imagine you just moved, you don't even have cutlery, and you get, I don't know, a framed picture. That's awesome, but I can't eat shit with a picture, you know? Keep that in mind. The second thing I want to recommend is something that you made yourself. So it could be a scrapbook, a photo album. There's a thing in German called a Wennbuch. Wenn is like when, and Buch is a book. And it's kind of a book where on every page you write, use this if you are sad, or like read this if you are sad. Read this if you're excited. And I don't know, let's say there's a page that says, use this if it's dark and gloomy outside, and it's like a matchstick that you can like turn a candle on or something. That would be a fun idea. I'm more into scrapbooking. I'm gonna show you mine. Hold on. Fuck. Actually, never mind. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna insert a picture right here so you can see my scrapbook. I love scrapbooking, and I feel like it's a really fun idea to use stickers. Yes, do not stop hoarding stickers. You need to use them. One day you will be dead and those stickers are still gonna remain on their sheet, so use them. The third thing are pralines or chocolates or anything sweet and yummy that you can just gift. What is it called with those like socks? A stocking stuffer? Could be something like that, or like actually a big bag, like a big box of chocolates. My grandma, whenever we would go visit her in France, every winter around like Christmas time, we never celebrate Christmas, but we are in the spirit, and she would always have this big blue box of pralines, and every day after dinner we would eat some and she would tell us stories about Morocco. It was nice. Staying on the topic of food, Bulldog Noodles. I know more than one person that would flip out if they got a 5-pack of these for Christmas. Nothing to say, I just recommend it. The next thing is more of a beauty thing, and it's a body spray. You can obviously gift perfumes, but I feel like especially perfumes, since they're so expensive, it's always hit or miss. It's either they really like it or they really hate it. And with a body spray, it's cheaper, it still kind of has the same purpose. It's not as strong, obviously, but it's fun. And it's kind of the same thing. And I want to show you mine because I'm obsessed with this one. Hold on. A body spray. This one is by BERSHKA, the store BERSHKA. It's called Vanilla Clouds. It smells like vanilla. When I was at the psych ward, I would spray this around and people always knew it was me. I remember my therapist being like, oh, you smelled so good. Now tell me about your trauma. You could gift an art print. There's so many artists out there. You can often find a link to their Etsy on their Instagram or any page, and they sell prints for pretty cheap. I say pretty cheap. Keep in mind, these people work for those, so it's okay if they're a bit more expensive, obviously. They need to live. If you can find an artist that your friend or your child or anyone really likes, I think it's gonna be so cool. Get them a print. It supports artists. The next idea I have for you are self-defense weapons. Women, people in general, can be victims sometimes. As a woman, I don't always feel safe, but that's not gonna stop me from doing shit, okay? So I have my little repertoire of weapons I can use. This is pepper spray. In Germany, and I need you to listen carefully if you live in Germany, you are only allowed to carry this if it says that it's meant to use against animals. It has to be written on it, because if you get caught with it and it's not written on it, you are in deep trouble. This one says that it's for animals, and obviously I bought this for animals. And it's in my bag just in case an animal attacks me. Now, if a man happens to attack me and I only have this in my bag and I happen to accidentally, like, you know, spray this and it happens to land in the guy's eyes and I can escape, then that's fine. That is fine by the law. I always carry this just in case a wild bear approaches me in a forest. The other thing is just a comb. So you think this is a weapon. Again, check if you are allowed to use these things in your country. I don't take this with me outside. This is just for cutting vegetables. Sometimes you're camping and you need to cut sausages in the forest. You can use this, and afterwards you can brush your hair. So fun. Check if you're allowed to have these. If you are, better be safe than sorry. Let's step into some makeup. You can probably not see it, but I'm wearing a lip stain. I'm wearing the e.l.f. glossy lip stain in Cinnamon Dreams. I'm not a makeup person, like but this was recommended by my friend June, and she always looks flawless, so obviously I'm gonna use whatever she has to recommend to me. And it's basically just a little lip gloss, look, in this color, and then you like, I need to look at a view vendor. And it's very sheer, but it stains your lips a bit, and I really like it. This is only like $7, only like $7. I feel like this could be a cute little thing. To stay on the topic of makeup, it says alternative above this video, so I'm gonna try to cater to that as well. Makeup. Obviously, drugstore makeup is fine. If you want to gift something more expensive, you can gift a Sephora gift card. If you want to go and buy makeup, I can highly recommend KVD, which is supposed to be like Kat Von D, but we don't talk about that woman. That woman has nothing to do with the brand anymore. KVD is cruelty-free, vegan. It makes really, really cool makeup. I have the Lolita por Vida palette, and it's probably old. I shouldn't use it, but I still use it because it's fun. It's cool. I love those colors, and it's a bit, you know, it's fun. If you're looking for really cool foundation, really pigmented stuff, I can also recommend Sunset Makeup. I have like blue foundation that like stays on. It's super opaque. They have white foundation. If you are a goth person, a girly, a pearly, or whatever, take their white. It's so white. You will love it. Any kind of makeup would be fine. Check out what they're into and get that for them. How about a charm bracelet? I know that Italian charm bracelets are really popular right now. They used to be popular when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. I have a little story about that. My friend Celine, sorry Celine, used to have one in 3rd grade, and then she lost it, and I found it on the floor. And I remember wanting one so bad because those were expensive. And I remember asking my mom, and she was like, nah, that's too expensive for like a bracelet. So I saw Celine's on the floor, And I picked it up and I wanted to keep it like a thief. And then I saw Celine crying and I pretended to find it on the floor and I gave it back to her. Sorry, Celine, it was me. But at least you have it back. Yeah, you don't have to gift an Italian charm bracelet. I want to remind you of the fact that every bracelet can be a charm bracelet. Get a bracelet, like a chain bracelet. Get little charms. Charms that have to do with the person. Let's say the person plays piano. Get a bracelet. Get some like music note charms, little piano charms, stuff like that. You can make themed bracelets super inexpensively. You can go on Etsy and get charms. You can go to jewelry stores. There's always little, you can actually destroy old jewelry that you thrift and use the charms. It's so easy to make charm bracelets and it's such a cute idea. It's so cool. Do it. The next one, I talked about it in my How to Beat Winter video. It's an S.A.D lamp, a S.A.D lamp. It helps you with depression, helps you in the colder months to feel less depressed. I can only recommend it. It would be an amazing present for someone who struggles with seasonal depression, or for yourself. Treat yourself. Now you might believe that I'm sponsored by BERSHKA. I am not. I am not. Thank you for thinking that, but I am not. The next thing is the BERSHKA tracksuit. I'm just the BERSHKA fan, I'm gonna be honest. This tracksuit, I feel like all of my friends have it. All of my friends have it. And if anyone wants to make me happy, they will get me this tracksuit. It's so comfortable. I tried it on. It's comfortable. It looks good. I feel like everyone is wearing it. Do you know, when you focus on one thing, like when you have a thing in your head and you start seeing it everywhere, this is what happens right now with this tracksuit. Another good idea would be vinyls, CDs, or simply merch of a band, of an artist that the person that you're gifting to enjoys. You can thrift old merch. I feel like it would be such a cool thing if you could find like an old t-shirt of a band. Could be more expensive, but I would check eBay and see if they have something. Vinyls, you can always gift vinyls. I feel like even if you don't have a player, you can still use a vinyl as a decoration. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's such a cool thing to get merch, especially if it's your favorite band. You can gift plushies. I know that those like squishmallows are very popular in the US. Any kind of plushie. Thrift a plushie. Thrift a teddy bear. Wash it. Wash it and then gift it. Buy a teddy. Go to Build-A-Bear and build a bear for that person. Gift crystals. Maybe the person is spiritual. Maybe the person just likes them visually. Whatever. Get them a nice crystal. Always looks fun. Always looks nice and spiritual and just down to earth to have crystals. And I feel like it's just a nice little, you know, it's just gifting crystals. The next thing I can recommend is a subscription. Subscription to, I don't even know what. It could be streaming platforms. It could be a magazine. It could be a newsletter, anything. But most importantly, a Mubi subscription. If your friend likes films, if your friend is into art house and indie filmmaking, Mubi is perfect. It's not expensive. They have so much on there. You're gifting an educated and sophisticated gift. Or you can also just give them Spotify. I don't know, whatever you want. This one, probably really old now, probably overdone now, but we are not really strangers. Hold on. This is a card game invented by, I think it was a graphic design student. It is basically a card game where you read the cards out loud and you have to answer questions. I like to think that I am self-reflected. And I feel like games like these are really helpful to understand yourself and understand people better. Obviously, this is called We're Not Really Strangers. So you play this with a person that you maybe don't know that much, and you get to know them on a very deep level. You can also play this with people you know, because there's always things that you didn't know that come out. So this is the original game, We're Not Really Strangers. It comes with like 3 sets of cards. It comes with a pencil, I think 2 even. Comes with pencils and a little notepad. And, oh. and you just take turns answering questions. And these get very personal, very fast. There's even a page dedicated to showing the last notes, because at the end you have to write the other person a note. And those notes can be very emotional or very cute, very sad. There's an entire page dedicated to showing those last notes. So I can highly recommend this. This is the OG game, and there's so many other versions that came out since then. This is the OG. This is the couples edition. This is the self-love edition that you can basically play by yourself as well. And this is the self-reflection edition. It's like an add-on to these. And this I like to use as like journal prompts in the morning because, you know, it's about self-awareness. I can really just recommend these. I'm not getting paid or anything. I love saying that. Like brands are reaching out. Before, they used to sell these at Urban Outfitters. The only way you could get them in Europe was to order them. And these are already 30 bucks plus like 30 bucks shipping. I'm not paying 60 bucks for a game, but now these are available at Urban Outfitters. So, jewelry. There's endless options, honestly. Now, if your friend is alternative, I can highly recommend the Great Frog, which is like heavy metal inspired brand. They make rings, like really fat rings, very expensive. So that's like, you know, that's the one extreme of very expensive. And then we can go to the other extreme where I have brands like Vicious Punks online. There's also Coexist Berlin, also online and in store. You can go visit the store in Berlin. They have really fun jewelry. It's pretty cheap, honestly, and it looks cool as fuck. So jewelry is the way to go. Next up, we have some shoes that I don't own, so I can't show you them, but I'm gonna insert a picture. Adidas Sambas. I feel like these are new metal, these are the OG shoes. These are giving Fred Durst. You know, these are nice. I love these. We're getting to the more expensive stuff. The next thing I can recommend is a guitar, an electric guitar. Fender has very expensive ones, but also pretty cheap ones. My old guitar was a Squier Mustang in black, and if you check out the price now, it's like under 200 bucks. It's like 130 bucks for the guitar, and then I feel like another 100 bucks for a small amp. Now again, it is more expensive, but for any beginner guitar player, I feel like it's a great guitar. It's cheap-ish, and I'm pretty sure it would just make someone happy. I loved my guitar. I had to sell it, but if I were to ever buy a guitar again with a low budget, I would definitely get this one because it just sparked joy. Two things left. The first thing are tattoos and piercings. Now, you can either gift a voucher if the artist they like has them, or you can just, you know, write them a letter and be like, hey, I'm ready to pay for your next tattoo or piercing. Or you can take them and get those things done. I feel like those are awesome presents because it often is an investment that you make. It can be very expensive, and there's nothing more frustrating than having a vision in your head of things you want and just not being able to get there yet because you don't have the money. So if you have the means and want to gift something really cool, that is the way to go. I can promise you, you will not see a sad face ever if you gift that. The last thing. Now, I'm gonna be just very blunt. If that person dyes their hair a lot, if you see them changing colors all the time, their hair is fried. I don't care what they say, the hair is damaged. Get them some Olaplex. A lot of products that you can mix together that help with bleached and damaged hair. I would suggest you go to like Sally's beauty supply store, whatever it is in the US. In Germany, there's just Friseurbedarf-Laden. You can get some good tips by professionals. This is the last thing on the list because I feel like those products by themselves are very expensive, but especially if you buy like into a system with a lot of products, that's going to cost you a lot. But again, it's going to be highly appreciated by the person you're gifting it to. That's all I have in this gift guide. I hope you have a good holiday season. I hope you get the gifts you want, and if not, I hope that you have the means soon to get them for yourself, because you can do it. You don't need anyone. Yeah. I'll see you in the next video. I hope this was helpful. I have to go do things. Bye.